Tonight I saw the month-old film 30 Minutes or Less, so I'll be doing a review of that today. It's got a pretty decent lineup. It stars Jesse Eisenberg and Aziz Ansari as one couple of friends, and it's also got Danny McBride and Nick Swardson as the other couple of friends. Jesse Eisenberg and Aziz Ansari are kind of the good guys, I guess, and Danny McBride and Nick Swardson are the bad guys in this film. Jesse Eisenberg plays a kind of slacking pizza delivery driver. He's in his mid-20s. He isn't really going anywhere in life. He just kind of smokes weed and delivers pizzas. And then his friend, Aziz Ansari, he is a school teacher now, and he's kind of actually getting out there and kind of accomplishing something in life. Danny McBride and Nick Swardson, they're friends. Danny McBride's dad won the lottery in the late 90s, and since then he's just kind of a dick to him. He was in the Marines, and Danny McBride he still lives at home, but he takes a lot of shit from his dad. So then Danny McBride decides he wants to have his father killed, because a stripper suggested to him that if he dies, then Danny McBride will get the inheritance. And so there's no point in waiting for his dad to die. He may as well just do it so that he can be with this stripper, which is, always a great idea. Kill your dad so you can be with a stripper who wants you for your money, even though this stripper has a boyfriend. So Danny McBride gets the idea to have his father killed by a hitman. The hitman is actually the stripper's boyfriend, but Danny McBride thinks that him and the stripper will be together. Anyways, they don't really go too far into that in this movie, but he thinks it'll be a great idea, but he needs money to pay the hitman. So what's he do? He's going to strap a bomb to Jesse Eisenberg and have him rob a bank. Because he's a pizza delivery driver, there's no ties to him at all, so they have him come deliver pizza. They kidnap him, knock him out, strap the bomb to him, and then he wakes up and there it is. The bomb is attached to him. So then he gets 9 hours to go and rob a bank, get them $100,000, because that's what they need to pay the hitman. Jesse Eisenberg runs to Aziz Ansari for his help, because he can't do this alone. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want to rob a bank, and so it's basically just them, contemplating robbing a bank, dealing with Jesse Eisenberg having a bomb strapped to his chest. If Danny McBride and Nick Swardson are following him the whole time, they kind of run into problems. There's a lot of problems in movies. I say it all the time. You can't really have a movie with just a smooth, flowing plot. You gotta have problems happening, things coming up for the antagonists and protagonists, bad things happening to all four. First time I saw the trailer for this movie, I was super excited. It looked hilarious. I was super jacked to see this movie, and I had really high hopes going into it. I was kind of let down after seeing it. Because I was so excited, I thought this movie was just going to be so amazing. In a way, it was okay. However, unfortunately, it's one of those movies where about 95% of the funny parts are in the trailers. So unless you've seen the trailer, or unless you haven't seen the trailers, or you haven't watched them on talk shows and seen clips of this film, it'd be a great movie for you to go see. It'd be hilarious. However, if you've seen numerous different trailers, because each movie usually releases 3 or 4 different trailers for the film, if you have seen those, and if you've seen clips of this movie, it's really not going to be that great. It's a good movie. However, the funniest parts, the majority of the even just the moderately funny parts, are in the trailers, unfortunately, which it sucks, because it is a good movie, but all of the funny parts you've already heard like 10 times each, because they showed these trailers so much, probably more than 10 times. There are a few chuckles here and there, nothing insanely funny. I found that most of the chuckles were coming from this Hispanic guy. He plays the hitman. The actor's name is Michael Pena, I think. I think that's his name. He's in a few other things like Observe and Report. He was pretty funny. There was a few funny parts of his were in the trailer, but there are a few lines of his. Just the way he talks, there's something funny about him in this movie. But really, overall, I was kind of let down. It was an alright movie. They do a good job of establishing the characters and letting you know who's who, who acts, what the person has done in their life, or what's going on in that person's life. So really quickly, they allow you to connect to the characters and understand who's who and what's going on with who. And you can really everything's just so established really well and really quickly. Alright, jokes, pretty decent plot. It's a really short movie. It started at 9, and that's including previews, and we got out at 10:30, so I did not realize this movie was that quick. But I think any longer this movie would have dragged on a bit. So it's a pretty good movie. Like I said, if you haven't seen a whole lot of the trailers, I just recommend you check it out in that sense. It won't be in theaters too much longer. I think it's about to be out of this theater, and it will be going to the cheaper theaters, and then on DVD. It might be something you may want to rent instead, not actually spend like 20 bucks to go to, because I learned today that ticket prices went up again. They are now $11.25 at this one theater. That's all I can really say on it. Pretty decent. Kind of a bit of a letdown. Maybe I was just hyping it up too much in my mind. Enjoy the rest of the week's reviews, whatever there may be. I'm 99.999% sure Amy will never be back because her channel got deleted. I don't know what's going on. So we'll be looking for a Wednesday person if you want to sign up or something. But enjoy the rest of the week's reviews, and I'll see you next Monday.